What's going on, country media? As y'all already know, man, it's been speculation that Yella Beezy's mother has passed away. I really don't know how true that is because until someone close to him says it, we're just gonna keep on moving. But I do want to share an event where he was talking to his mother on live.
If you're not talking to me, don't come to my house. Okay, well, don't come to my house then. Don't come to my house then. You can't come to my house. This is my house.
So yeah, right now he's talking to his mom.
I pay bills here and I pay bills at your house. I pay the bills at your house. So you can't come if I say you can't come. I'm finna tell the security you can't come in. You're not gonna be able to get in. I ain't getting you out of jail.
I'll get you out of jail. This is the plan.
I'm just saying, why are you even in a rush to bring them back?
We want you to spend the night with us. Because she's sick of our kids. She gets them every day.
So I guess right now they just talking to moms. Him and his mom, they have a great relationship. You know what I mean? So they just be, messing around, fooling around. You know what I mean? And just kind of, joking around. That's just the relationship that he has with his mom. So I don't want y'all to think that he just rude. I think mom does, take care of the kids a lot. You know what I mean? And so I think that that's kind of what was going on with this exchange. But let's keep going. Hold on.
She's sick of them.
She's supposed to. That's her job. That's what we
He
pay
said,
for.
why you the rest? I said, she's sick of our kids.
Oh, well, that's y'all fault. For two, that's y'all fault. Shit. What you mean, how? Yeah, nah, ain't no you. Ain't no, yeah, I ain't do nothing.
You the only one that can cuss.
Hey, I'm on live, cuz.
No, I want your mom to cuss you out so bad.
So I don't know if Yella is serious or what's going on. But he had to let it be known that he is on live, so he ain't even trying to go there. So when the nigga say that, he is not trying to go there. You know what I mean? And y'all hit that like button right now. Hit that subscribe button as well, man. As soon as you get up in here, hit that like button.
The whole thing.
Let's kind of skip this up a little bit.
What the?
Let's see.
He ain't got no money for you.
I ain't
I'm
really.
on live.
Hold on.
But she says, we can come get the younger ones tomorrow.
She's steady trying to tell him to come get them damn kids.
She said, we'll send her money now.
She want her money now, though.
That's crazy how she just charged me. That's crazy to me. That is so crazy to me.
It's so crazy how you finna charge him.
That's crazy. And that's crazy that I'm on live and they hear you. And they hear you. You can't spell.
Anyway, that's all I'll play for now. It wasn't nothing too serious, bro. I know y'all probably looking for him to be arguing with his mom. If that's just typical mom and son shit. But it is alleged that his mother has passed away. Like I said, I don't know how true that is, so I'm still sitting back and observing. But what I will say is, y'all hit that like button, man. Let's dive into it just a little bit because there's been a whole lot of people that's come out and made different videos and shit, you know what I mean, saying this and saying that, and they got like 20,000 people. I seen it was like people with like 40,000, subscribers and stuff like that, in the live and things like that. Whole time ain't talking about shit because they don't know anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy, bro. It's crazy as hell to be talking about a situation that you really don't have no information on. Now, over the years, I've actually stayed in the same location as Yella Beezy. You know what I mean? Like seriously. There's been times where I was like right by his house, or I've seen him outside of bars or things like that. But I've seen him recently, like seriously. I've seen him recently and um I even have witnesses. You know what I mean? I have witnesses. I've literally seen him the other day. Seriously. I'm literally in his area. You know what I mean? Those that don't be nigga, they know. I'm literally in his area, and I'm not even gonna reveal that area because that's confidential and is wrong. But I just seen Yella Beezy, bro. I seen him the other day at the hospital. Right, I was coming out of the hospital, but while I was at the hospital, it was taking them so long. We usually go to this particular hospital because it's new and things of that nature. You expect to get in and get out type shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker don't really want to be at the hospital too long. Um, I can't say why I was there, but eventually I will reveal why I was there. Um, and I can give the proof. Hey, is you talking about? But as soon as I was coming out of before I get to the waiting room, I'll say this because it was taking so long, right? So it was taking so long for the doctor to come back inside the room, and they said that it's because they're dealing with someone that was very sick. They said this lady is very sick. That's what they said. I bullshit you not. So anyway, we not, they're not supposed to give that type of information of who it is, and we don't really care, right? We just like, oh, okay, cool. Like y'all got the discharge papers, you know what I mean? So anyway, we eventually leave, and as we're walking out to the waiting room area, boom, Yellow Beezy, bro. I swear to God, he's sitting down in the waiting room. I bullshit you not. If Yellow Beezy see this video, he gonna be like, bro, I swear he was there. He saw my family leaving. You know what I mean? And it's not like a lot of blacks that'll be out there type shit anyway, to where you know what I mean. So it's like it's not. It's like it's not gonna be hard for him to be able to be like, yeah, I seen him there. You know what I mean? Soon as I walk out, I seen Hella Beezy. I'm like, what? Hey, braids was fresh. You know what I mean? Nigga looked like he just got out the chair. You know what I mean? His braids was fresh. He was with his family. Yella Beezy was with his family the other day. This is facts. Um, at the hospital. I swear to God. So I tell my partner, I'm like, that's Yella Beezy. Soon as we open the door, I'm like, yo, that's Yella Beezy. But I didn't say it as a fan. I just said to her, I'm like, yeah, that's Yella Beezy. You know what I mean? And she was like, wow, that's crazy, right? And so we just proceeded to go ahead and leave out. But of course, while we were in there, I was able to get a good view. Yella Beezy was right there as soon as I opened up the door to go into the waiting room, right? And he was there like this. He was like this. This was his posture. And no mask. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like you would expect. Yellow Beezy to have on a mask because first of all, you're in the waiting room. As soon as you walk in, boom, people can see you. So he didn't have on no mask. You know what I mean? None of that. I don't know who he was with. The young lady that he was with. There was children there. There was one child that was able to walk. He was on feet. And there was a baby, what I mean, a newborn baby, if I'm not mistaken, or just a baby that was, pretty young. You know what I mean? I think they might have been asleep. I think she was holding the baby. You know what I mean? So they wasn't sitting together. Yellow Beezy was sitting to himself. You know what I mean? Just chilling, bro. You know what I mean? Like, damn, like, and I told my partner, I'm like, yo, he didn't look like he was happy, bro. Like he looked like he was bothered, but we didn't put twos together on. Remember when I told you, I said the doctor said that, or that, or the RNs was saying that the doctor was so busy because someone was so sick, right? we didn't put twos together until y'all started sitting up there saying that Yella Beezy's mother died. We was like, what? Like, soon as that shit happened, bro. Because, like I said, we just saw him the other day. If I'm lying, I'm dying, bro. If Yella Beezy saw this shit, I swear to God, Beezy would get up in the comment section and say, nigga, yes, he's not lying, bro. Like, literally. You know what I mean? Just 2 days ago. Swear to God, bro. I swear to God, bro. I'm not lying. You know what I mean? Dead ass. Got proof. You know, but I don't want to, I can't reveal that type of, locations and, I mean, things like that. I don't want to do that. I feel like that's just wrong. I could have done that long time ago. Wow. Because I see Yellow Beezy all the time. Not like every day. It's not like I don't see him every day, but I've seen him in the year of 2025. You know what I mean? I just seen him 2026 2 days ago. You know what I mean? I've seen him 2024. You know what I mean? See him like once a year. You know what I mean? And not on no fan shit. It would just be random. But the fact that like ever since the whole MO3 situation shit transpired, all that, I haven't seen him, you know what I mean, like that. I don't see him. This was the first time I've seen Yellow Beezy in a long time. And do I know him? No, I don't know him personally. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a fan of music, just you know what I mean? Fuck is you talking about? So this shit was crazy, bro, when this shit happened. You know what? Let me turn down this music in the. So anyway, man, this shit just crazy, bro. When this shit happened, but when they start saying that this is what's going on, I don't know, bro. It's been going on, bro. People been saying that this is what happened, like that his mother passed away, and if so, man, that's wrong. That's messed up, and it all makes sense on why he was, at the hospital, right? And why he looked like he was down. You know what I mean? Some people you could be like, "Hey, Yellow Busy," you know what I mean? You can say that, right? Like soon as you see, a superstar or just a star, right? You're gonna greet them. You'll be like, "Hey, that's Yella Beezy," or "Hey, that's I don't know, Michael Irvin." Like, "What's up, Michael Irvin?" You know what I mean? You'll say these things. But he didn't look like he wanted to be approached. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not. And I wasn't gonna do that anyway, right? Because I just don't. I feel like I don't like the spirit behind another male just in awe of another male. Like it's just something about it that I don't know. You know what I mean? And so I'm in the area of like I see I mean famous people all the time. So it just doesn't move me like that. Maybe if I was younger or something like that, you know what I mean? But no, not as a grown man. No, that's just not. But I don't know, man. This whole thing is just crazy, man. I do like Yella Beezy as an artist and to hear about this is crazy, dog. After I just saw this man, I'm like, damn, that shit makes sense. But at the end of the day, I don't know, man. A lot of y'all, y'all are saying bad things. Some of y'all are saying that it's a sacrifice and all of these different things. I'm gonna tell you like this because I seen him at the hospital, bro, and I seen his reaction. Don't look like no motherfucking sacrifice, bro. That wasn't the look of a sacrifice. It just wasn't. So I know a lot of y'all are wanting to sit up there, man. And so that's why this needs to be shared. Hit that like button, bro. The more that you hit that like button, the more individuals, what I mean, can come in. But I'm here to tell you that, bro, I literally saw the expression on his face, bro. You know what I mean? Like if you look at the thumbnail of this video, bro, it was damn near the same way, but not really. Like the child and the female was on the left of him. If he's sitting down, they was on the right of him. But he was literally facing the door, what I mean, that goes back to the rooms. I'm coming out of the room so I can see Yellow Beezy right there. You know what I mean? Seriously, bro. If I'm lying, I'm dying, bro. If I ain't finna go that far to get no damn footage. I just know that if Yellow Beezy was to sit up there and see this video, he gonna be like, yes, I seen this man. You know what I mean? Seriously. I seen this ugly ass nigga. You know what I mean? That's what he gonna say. Yeah, I seen that ugly ass nigga. You know what I mean? So shit. At the end of the damn day, man, he just didn't have the expression on his face of, like like he was happy. No, he wasn't, man. He was literally slouched, you know what I mean, on in the chair, like fuck type shit. Like that was the reaction. Um, I know that y'all are looking for like all of the conspiracy theorists, and this might not be, a real exciting videos full of lies. You know what I mean? Talking about some bullshit that really don't even matter. This just not that video. I know that's what you was looking for. I know y'all was looking for a nigga that was trying to get likes and put together a story to make it look appealing. And nigga, this ain't that. I saw this man a couple days ago. This is facts, bro. I can't tell you the location right now. I just can't do it. You know what I mean? But nigga, I saw him at the hospital in the waiting room. Like fuck, just like this. I'm gonna do it one more time. This was the expression, just like this. That was the expression. Swear to God, bro. I ain't lying, bro. And his head braids was fresh. You know what I mean? Pause. Braids fresh. Nigga, like I swear, it looked like he just got out the damn chair. You know what I mean? That's just how fresh his braids was. You know what I mean? The nigga was, he didn't have on no chains. You know what I mean? He didn't have on no jewelry. This wasn't, yeah, he didn't have on no jewelry. You know, that's not what he had on. He wasn't in there looking like he wanted to be seen. But the reaction on his face, um, it showed that he was worried, like that he was really bothered, like seriously, like that he was bothered. And so in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm like, well, maybe he had to get approval, to be able to come to the hospital because I thought that he was on like house arrest or something like that. Because if you going to the hospital and shit like that, like it's nothing. If you got to go for a kid, you kind of be, that's what he was doing. No, he was on his phone. My bad. So he wasn't just sitting like this, like just he was like on his phone type shit. Like he looked at me, my family, like a couple times. You know what I mean? And then, but he was just like on his phone, like, but like he just didn't look happy, bro. He didn't look happy at all. You know what I mean? He didn't look happy at all, bro. Um, some people are sitting back saying, "Man, it's crazy because now, he really finna win the case now. Cause yeah, man, that's a sacrifice. They finna win the case now because everybody gonna be feeling sorry for him and man, that's just some bullshit, bro. That's just crazy how that shit happened, right before the trial. Like, that shit, bro, right before the trial? Like, come on. That's just a lot of niggas just dumb. Niggas is just dumb. And y'all are spending hours upon hours watching people like this, bro, in they damn and sitting up there calling, you know what I mean? Trying to get on the live and you know what I mean? Like y'all niggas is crazy, bro. That's not it. So if you see anybody trying to sit up there, man, and piece together this and all that type of shit for hours, my nigga, leave the live. I saw this man there and the young lady that was there, she may have not looked. She wasn't looking up. She was sitting up there, and she was engaging with the child. You dig what I'm saying? Like she was talking and all that with her child. Uh, but Yella Beezy definitely saw me and my family. This is just facts. I saw the man. You know what I mean? Seriously, um, bro. This was Sunday. Dead ass. This was Sunday. Hey, yeah, this was Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. Got the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? When you go to the hospital, you know what I'm talking about, they're gonna give you paperwork. You know what I mean? And shit like that. They're gonna give you paperwork. So I got literal proof, nigga, that I was there. You know what I mean? And it's just so crazy though. Like I said, bro, they said, you know, um, they was dealing with someone that's very sick. You know what I mean? And it took a while. We had to, you know what I'm saying? You know, when you at the hospital, bro, and you chilling and you in one of them rooms already, whenever they taking too long, bro, what you gonna do? You gonna hit that button. You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, it's time to hit that button. Because I'm looking at the time, I'm like, damn, bro. We could have really like on the cool, we would have sat in there for another hour or two, probably, if we didn't hit the button. Dead ass, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, as soon as I walked out, as soon as it was time to leave, I saw Yella Beezy in there. So I just had to make this video because I know niggas is gonna try to, man, come up with this story, man, and like try to like produce money on their YouTube channel and shit like that. I already know what niggas is doing, trying to use this moment to capitalize, you know what I mean, off of this man's mom's alleged death, you know. Um, so I'm not gonna tell you that Yola Beezy's mom died. That's not what I came to tell you. I'm just here to tell you that Yola Beezy was at the hospital 2 days ago. Yes, he was. And when he was there, he did not look happy. You know, if you go in there for a child, you kind of got you're in a different spirit. You're not in a like slumpish, you know what I mean, looking upset type spirit. The child was playing. You know what I mean? You know, um, this is just what it was. I didn't see no bands on him. You know what do you mean bands on him? I didn't see one of these on him. You know what I mean? I didn't see. Look, proof. Okay, wait, that was for another date. That was for the 10th. Hold on. It was on the 10th. On my bro. It was on the 10th. Wait, hold on, wait. Yeah, it was on the 10th. On the 10th. So that's the date. On the 10th. Look, proof. Hold on, man. Let me see if y'all can see this shit. I don't know if y'all can see that. Wait, that ain't it. Hold on. Hold on 1 second, bro. Y'all see that date, bro? Y'all see that date on the band, bro? On the band, bro. This is the band from the hospital. This the date. Look at the date. Oh, I'm trying to let that hoe be still. Look, 10. Hold on, 1/10/2026, bro. 1/10/2026. You can make that shit out. 1/10/2026. This is the medical, this is the band that they put on your damn arm. There's proof right there that I was there. Only thing left to do now is give you the location. You know what I mean? And can give you the location. Well, no, I ain't got that paperwork over here. And I'm at a desk. You know what I mean? So the paperwork that just so happened to be here. This actually should be in the trash. I wasn't saving this for this live. It's just so ironic that it was right here. So yeah, I think I was there on the 10th. I was there. Now, if it had my name on this band, then I would show you. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't have my name on it. But that's the witness that I have that was there. You see what I'm saying? See how that shit work? So it's like, bro, I saw Yellow Beezy at the hospital, and I'm here to tell you, just for the last time, I don't, you know what I mean? And I might say it again. I don't know, just depends. But nigga, this ain't no damn conspiracy, nothing. This ain't no setup, nothing. Well, I don't know what transpired before, or nothing like that. I don't know that. But I will say that if he just didn't have the look of nobody that, has set nobody up or nothing like that. That's just not, that wasn't the energy. He looked very much, you know, um, bothered, and worried. You know what I mean? Seriously. This is somebody's son. Um, that's how he just when I found out this news, when I started seeing all of this, Yella Beezy's mom's died, and when I started seeing that off top, we was gonna be like, damn, bro, that shit crazy. That's why he looked like that because obviously the person that I was with, we had that exchange. We was like, bro, he didn't look happy, bro. They was like, I know, like, you know what I'm saying? We had that exchange. They like, yeah, I know, like that shit crazy. He looked wary. So we was thinking like maybe he's worried about this case. I didn't come make no videos about that. I didn't make a video until now. Y'all started saying that about his mother yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just seen him um on the damn 10th. It's right here. I just seen him on the 10th, right? Just a couple days ago. You know what I mean? And I've been going live. I could have easily said, yeah, man, we see Yella Beezy at the you know what I mean? I didn't say none of that shit. You know what I mean? I'm not on no cloud chasing shit because this isn't even my first time seeing Yella Beezy. And I didn't do it then. You know what I mean? And like, bro, so it's just so crazy though, man, that this shit y'all start saying shit like this. And again, I don't know if his mother has passed away. I hope that she has not. You know, don't nobody you gotta be a damn demon, you know what I mean, to want somebody's damn mom to be dead. You gotta be a fucking demon. Seriously. Like nigga. Some of these niggas is walking around this bitch with no soul. Like just ready for hell. You know what I mean? Just ready for hell. You know, like God damn, you niggas is weird. You niggas is built different, man. You know, at no point should you be, you know what I mean, in congratulations that somebody damn mom, you know what I mean, is allegedly deceased. That shit weird as hell. Like that shit weird. You know, and then to sit up there, man, and try to act like a person would sit back and sacrifice their mom. Well, let me say it like this: some niggas will do that. Yellow Beezy just don't come across like that type of nigga. You know what I mean? He just don't come across like that type of nigga. You know what I mean? Seriously, bro. Not moms. You know what I mean? That's just. But we have heard some stories about niggas in the industry that have done some weird shit like that. But he just didn't have that energy, man. So I can't let y'all put that on him. And I like Mo3. Let's like just for the record. You know what I mean? Just for the record. You know what I mean? I like Mo3, right? You know, I don't know them personally. So it ain't no sides to be taken. I can't take a side. You know what I mean? I just can't do it. You know, that's not what I do. I just, I like music and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to take sides and get too deep with shit and all that type of shit. I leave that for the niggas that bang and you know what I mean, they like to spin and do what they like to do. You know what I mean? That's a different that's nigga. I'm unk. You know what I mean? Like, no, nigga, I got shit to live for. Yeah, you talk about so that's not my thing. I don't know them personally to be doing that. But and what I will say is, at the end of the day, it's respect to Mo3, it's respect to, Yella Beezy and all of them guys, man, because at the end of the damn day, man, you only got one life. And with the one life that could be gone just like that, you know, why waste your time doing, dumbass shit? That's how I do look at things. That's how I look at things. But at the end of the damn day, man, we live and we learn. Um, y'all get in the comment section, man. Y'all let me know what do y'all think about this whole situation, man, and you know, get in the comment section, man, with it, bro. Like, let me know what y'all think, man. Be sure to hit that like button. Y'all got to do that, and I say that because it needs to be pushed. You got a whole lot of niggas, like I said, bro. Niggas is they doing lives where you could call in and just keep giving, like keep pushing it. You know what I mean? Keep pushing it. and attacking a person and trying to make it seem like they nigga they on some uh sacrificing type shit. You know what I mean? Like niggas just going too crazy. Y'all are sending donations to niggas like this. It's the weirdest shit. You know what I mean? So I had to. I feel like I would have been wrong to have seen this man, with my own fucking eyes 2 days ago. Got proof, just put it on the camera. You know what I mean? To have seen him and not get up on here and keep it all the way 100 and just let narratives, get pushed. Bro, I would have been wrong than a motherfucker, bro. For real. Cause like, I don't know, bro. Like it only makes sense, bro. Like, come on. You sit up there, nigga, and you go live pretty much all the time. And you saw me, at the hospital. You seen, you know, my fucking my body language, bro. You saw it. You could easily sit up there, nigga, and change this shit and keep it all the way 100, nigga, and tell these niggas, about all that sacrifice and shit. You could, firsthand. I didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because you saw it, and you don't even know me. You know what I mean? So I felt like it's only right for me to do that. I would expect somebody else to do that shit if they knew who I was. You know what I mean? Dead ass, bro. And you seen narratives get painted, you know what I'm saying? And you in the field where you can sit up there, man, and switch this shit. Go ahead and keep it all the way a stack, nigga. God damn. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just keeping it all the way a stack. I seen the man with my own eyes 2 days ago. I did not see his mother. You know what I mean? I did not, you know. So I'm not about to get the line, and doing all of that. I'm not finna say, yeah, man, I was there. I saw his mom there, and what I mean, I seen them bringing her in, and I'm not about to do all that because I did not see that. I was in the hospital. I was already in the room. I had already had a room. You know what I'm saying? I had already had a room. Had I been looking out the glass, I probably would have. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because when I came in, I didn't see they may have already been there and then he just went to the waiting room. You know what I'm saying? But when I got there, they already had a room. The party that I was with, they already had a room. So I was sitting up there bringing snacks. See, I went to grab me some snacks because I already knew it was gonna take a little minute, and things like that. So nigga, I went, and got me some snacks, and I came in. I went straight to the back. You know what I mean? And but the room that I was in, had I like, let me think about it. No, I still wouldn't have saw them. I thought I was in a different room for a second, but no, I still wouldn't have saw them. I don't think. I don't think I still. Yeah, I still wouldn't have saw them. Hell no, I can't really remember now because I didn't smoke, but at the same time, nigga, you know, when I came out though, when it was time to leave, I seen him. Soon as like I said, bro, as soon as I opened up the damn door, Yella Beezy was right there. That shit was so weird, bro. You know what I mean? That was just so weird because I wasn't expecting to see, bro. I really wasn't, man. But y'all get in the comment section, bro. Be sure to share this video, to the motherfucking masses, nigga. Share this video, bro. I seen him with my own eyes. This nigga did not. I didn't see what led up to the hospital, but I seen him at the hospital. And like I said, bro, his body language said, like, nigga, I am fucking depressed. Like I'm fucked up right now. But he was just looking through his phone, but he wasn't crying or nothing like that. That's not how he was looking. He wasn't crying. You know what I mean? But he did not look happy. Like I said, y'all started coming out saying that his mother passed away and stuff like that. So off top, I'm like, damn, bro, that shit crazy as motherfucker. But I'm gonna show this shit one more time, just for the people that just got in here. This is the hospital band. Look at the hold on. Trying to make sure I ain't revealing nobody information. Look at the date, bro. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta do this shit. Get this shit right. Look at the date, bro. 1 10 2026. You can make this out yourself. You know you got to put this on your fucking arm whenever you go to the hospital, bro. You know they're gonna give that to you in the waiting room and have you sit up there, man, and confirm, your date of birth and your name. You know they're gonna do that. So here's the proof, bro. I was at the hospital. Now I'm not telling y'all the exact location because I can't do that right now. You know what I mean? That's something that's telling me not to, reveal that location. So I'm not going to reveal that location. But like I said, for him or for y'all to be saying that his mother passed away and he was just at the hospital, I'm saying, well, he was at the hospital. So that, that shit's crazy. So everything, for somebody to be at the hospital, and then them saying that someone is very sick, and that's the reason why we were having to wait for so long. You know what I mean? Because someone was very sick. That's what they told us, bro. But we didn't know that they was talking about Yella Beezy's mom. And when I went to the waiting room and I saw Yella Beezy, it didn't dawn on me like, oh, that was his mom that like, or that was the people that he's with. That no, he looked like he was, like he may have been, kind of upset. Like he did look like that, bro. He looked like he did not want to be bothered. He was sitting to himself. He was with family. There was another young lady in there and and two kids. You know what I'm saying? Dead ass, bro. Um, so I didn't even think then, like, I didn't think about what the doctor said about it taking too long and stuff like that. I didn't, even when the doctor came in, the doctor even sat up there and, reiterated on on why it took so long. You know what I'm saying? Because someone is very sick. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what was going on. But like I said, if Yella Beezy, bro, was to see this video, you know how people is, bro. When they got when it's they name in the fucking title, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna come see the video. Yella Beezy's gonna come see the video. Some of you niggas be capping, you know what I'm saying? But like, I literally saw him. I literally saw him. He saw me. So if Yella Beezy, bro, I know you don't like to be in comment sections, bro. I know you don't. You know what I mean? I just know you don't. But bro, please, nigga, let these people know, nigga, that I saw you, bro, at that motherfucker at the hospital, bro. Dead ass, bro. I saw you, nigga. I got like, you know what I'm saying? Like I saw him. You know what I mean? That part don't really matter. Me seeing him, it only does, and the reason why it does is because y'all are trying to like spin something and trying to make it seem like so it was a setup or some type of foul play. And I just know like the body language of it just didn't look like that. Now, had I not been there, I would not be saying that. I would not be able to say that. I would just, first of all, I wouldn't even be talking about this shit. I would leave it alone because it's sensitive. Someone's mother passed away. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like that's how serious this video. Like I had to do it because it's someone's mother involved. You feel me? Like, and I saw his body language. So now, as far as this case that's finna come up and shit, you know, I feel for him. I feel for him, bro, because that's a lot. They've been sitting up there saying that, Yella Beezy, is down on his last, you know, that basically them lawyer fees and things like that is taking a toll. Um, and I don't wish that on nobody. You know what I mean? There's a lot, to be dealing with lawyer fees. You fighting, you know, bro, it's your life is on the line right now, right? And then, you're dealing with family, family shit. You know what I mean? Alleged deaths, or just family sickness. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with that from moms. a sickness that with moms. Like this is serious, right? So that's a lot of shit to be dealing with, man. That's just a lot. That's just a lot. Y'all are calling it karma. You know what I mean? Some of you guys are calling it karma. The only reason why I can't agree with it is because that's just none of my business. You know what I mean? That's the only reason why I can't agree with you because it's just none of my business. I can't tell you what is karma and what ain't karma. You know what I mean? Especially if I don't know the specifics thereof. And even if I feel like I do know, some specifics and things like that, it still ain't none of my motherfucking business. Why? Because I don't know them. You know what I mean? And I can't judge nobody on nothing. I can't. You know what I mean? Especially when I can't judge them anyway, but especially if I don't know them. You know what I'm saying? I just can't do it. So it's just kind of like I don't get too deep involved in all that. You know, but I know that y'all like listening to liars. That do. I know y'all like listening to people that just be like just painting narratives and you know what I mean. Niggas is sitting back like niggas is about to sit up that nigga and just pull their brains out trying to wrap their mind around how to spin a narrative. You know what I mean? They are like, boy, they making a lot of money off y'all niggas, bro. Yeah, I could have sat back and man came through, man, and got me some good donations by sitting back lying. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would have got all type of donations. You know what I mean? If I would have probably came up on this motherfucker and just started lying. Like, yeah, man, this ain't nothing but karma. Hit that like button. Yeah, man, this ain't nothing but karma, man. Yeah, man. Like, man, like, yeah, he got the case coming up and like, bro, they ain't doing that shit, bro. That shit weird. That shit lame as hell, bro. And I'm not gonna say no names, y'all know who doing it. Y'all all y'all gotta do is just type in, Yella Beezy or Mo3, and then you're gonna see a whole lot of idiots, you know what I mean, that's gonna pull up and you can click on all them different idiots and they ain't doing nothing but trying to sit up there and capitalize off some shit that they don't even really know. I seen a nigga, bro, he talked for a whole hour. I had to just keep going. I'm like, damn, the nigga still talking, you know what I mean, about he don't even know what the hell going on. Whole time I already had seen Yella Beezy at the hospital. You know what I mean? They didn't even know that. He was at the hospital. They don't know. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying you can't say that someone's mother died until they have sat up there and told you that their mother has passed away. You can't put that on that man. You don't know. You know what I mean? But yes, he was at the hospital. Yes, he was. Was his mom at the hospital? I don't know. I just don't know. But one of his loved ones was there. Yes, they were for him to be there. And when I say one of the loved ones, he could have been there just for a child, bro, and just went for a quick visit. I don't really know, but the way he was looking up in there, he looked distressed. You know what I'm saying? Bro did look distressed. But was he clean? Yes. You know what I mean? Hair done? Yes. You know what I mean? Yes, yes. He was clean. He didn't look beat up. He didn't look defeated. Like he didn't look, like man, like damn, that nigga looked like he doing bad. Like he didn't look like that. But he didn't have on no chains on. He wasn't IG ready. You know what I mean? Like he didn't look like he wanted to be approached. You know what I'm talking about either. No, he didn't look like he wanted nobody to be, hey, Yella Beezy, hey, what's you? Yeah, he didn't look like he was in the mood for that. That wasn't the mood that he was in. It wasn't finna be no handshakes and what I mean, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Hell no, it wasn't finna be none of that. Wasn't finna be no autograph giving and no, wasn't finna be none of that. No, it wasn't. This was one of them, hey man, I don't need the cameras out type situations, bro. Like read the room type shit, bitch. We are at the fucking hospital right goddamn now. That's that's what that was. If you do know me, nigga, carry on right now. Right? He probably even knew that I probably knew. knew who he was. Obviously he's a star. Who doesn't know who Yellow Beezy is, bro? Come on, man. Like, come on. So it's like, you know, he just had that look that if you do know me, just please carry on. You know what I mean? Seriously. And he looked upset. But at the end of the day, man, prayers to Yellow Beezy, bro. A lot of this shit that I said on here was just, for entertainment, but there was whole lot of seriousness, within it. Like me seeing him physically, seeing him. Yes, I did. That's the truth. You know, that and at the end of the damn day, bro, I really hope that everything is cool. So y'all hit that like button, man. Let me see real fast before I get out of here if anything changed. Because if Yella ain't said nothing, man, y'all shouldn't be saying nothing. That's just what it is. If Yella ain't said nothing, y'all shouldn't be saying nothing, man. That's just what that is. So all we got is bloggers that done said that. Y'all don't have nothing confirmed. Okay? Y'all don't have shit confirmed. So instead of sitting up there saying that, mom is deceased, let's just sit back and say, uh, I don't know if that's true. Okay? I just don't know if that's true right now. So y'all can go on them different YouTube channels that's gonna sit back and lie, and all of this type of shit. Um, and talk about how the judge is gonna have favor and all of these different things, and y'all can do all that capping to get all of them likes. You know what I'm saying, and to get some YouTube money, some super chats. You know what I mean? Capping for super chats. Y'all can go ahead and do all of that. Go look at all of that. But I'm gonna tell you, bro, this is just the real deal. That man did not look like he set nobody up. Um, they just did not come off like that, bro, at all. They just did not come off like that at all. That man ain't did nothing to his mother. Okay, he ain't setting the damn soul up. And then the area that Yella Beezy resides in, he he wouldn't even boy, hell no. Trust me. You know what I mean? He probably would die laughing just, you know what I mean, because I know the area. You know what I mean? But he would, boy, hell no. He wouldn't even play like that. You know what I mean? With trials and shit coming up and you know what I mean? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. No, hell no. I'm trying to tell you, bro. It's hilarious because if you feel me? Like somebody got there and they said it, bro, because they know what I'm talking about. Seriously. If you know, nigga, you know. And nigga, hell no. He ain't even finna play like that in that area. No, you're not. So the truth is just the truth, bro. You know what I mean? The truth is just the truth, bro. I know a lot of y'all is upset. You know what I mean? And y'all wanted to hear me come on here, man, and put together some bullshit. You know what I mean? And tell you how, yeah, man, he didn't set up his mama, and man, right before that, I'm not nigga. Hell no, I'll be a motherfucking fool. I'll be a motherfucking fool to do some shit like that. You know? So shit. I don't know, man. Y'all are saying RP, and so like I said, because I don't know for sure. I think her name is Miss Kim. Because I don't know for sure, I can't say that she's passed away just yet. If so, I will do a part two, and we could talk some more. I might sit up there and show even more proof. You know what I mean, of how I literally saw him in a waiting room. But I can't tell you that I saw him because his mom was there. because I didn't see his mom. That's why. Um, he didn't already lost his daddy. Why the hell would people? Why would he? People are sick. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. He already lost his father. You know, hell no, you ain't trying to lose your damn mom. And she said, I'm from Dallas. Yes, she's dead. Um, you know what I'm saying? You from, and I reside in a certain area, but I can't reveal. You know what I mean, where I stay. But because I don't want to reveal, I don't really mind, but I don't want to reveal. You know what I'm saying, where Yella resides. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. So that's the reason why I can't give out. What hospitals and what I mean, things like that I saw him at. I can't reveal that. You know what I'm saying? Um, but it wasn't in the ghetto. I will tell you that. Um, hold on. It was where the best doctors are. I will tell you that. That's about all the information I can give you. He said it's unfortunate, but she's gone. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Blessings to his mother. Blessings to his mother. I know that his mother dealt with a whole lot. You know what I mean? She was everything in Yella Beezy's life. I will tell you that. You know, until Yella come out and say something, I'll just keep it a buck. Like I know she was everything in his life, bro. Especially like whenever he was on the road and doing shows and just, he's a star, man. She held it down. She held them kids down. You know what I mean? She held them kids down. Telling you, bro. Seriously. She held them babies down, bro. All of his babies, bro. Held them down. You know what I mean? And she loved the hell out of her son. Obviously, this is his mother. You know what I mean? They even sit up there and resemble each other, bro. You know, but that was his support system. It really was. Said she was his number one support. Facts, bro. For real. She loved her son, man. As any mother would. You know what I mean? But they had a really, really, really good relationship. You know what I'm talking about? So when you lose somebody like that, some of y'all still have y'all's mother. We lucky, us that still got our mother. We lucky, bro. We are blessed. Ain't even so much a lucky, bro. We blessed. You know what I mean? It's a blessing to still have your mother, but to lose your mother, if this is really true, like what I mean, she from the D, so you know what I mean. She, like man, she got some truth to what she's saying. So we gonna ride, but if it's just I don't know, bro. It's just crazy. That's touchy, bro. It's your mom. You know what I mean? If this is true. If this is true, bro, crazy, bro. That shit crazy, bro. Dead ass. Y'all hit that like button, man. Just for Yellow Beezy, for sure, for sure. Um, and be sure to get in the comment section, bro. Let me know, man, what y'all think about this whole thing. You still gonna have people that's gonna go with some conspiracy shit, you know what I mean? Of course, uh, this particular trial is gonna be even bigger. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be sad. It's gonna be crazy, bro. This trial is gonna be fucking crazy now. This shit is about to be fucking crazy now. You know what I mean? If this is true, it was already gonna be crazy. Um, it was already gonna be crazy, but I think it's gonna be even crazier now. It's gonna be sad, bro. And that's a lot to have to be dealing with, though. Too, you fighting for your life, bro, and you know what I mean. You just lost your damn mom. Whoo, boy. And because the reason why it's sad is because allegedly that just I don't know how true this is, but they're saying that Yella Beezy and his baby mama are not together. I can't tell you that because I don't know who he was with in the waiting room. That he was with a young lady in the waiting room. I don't know if that was his sister. I don't know if that was his cousin. because I don't know. But he was in the waiting room with a young lady. Yes, he was. The picture on my thumbnail, that is not the picture. That's just AI. Okay. I told, pretty much chat what I saw, and that's how they, gathered it. Um, but so that's not the exact picture. Like I said, the on the thumbnail, there's a lady on the right with a child, but at the hospital, it was the opposite. They were on the other side, you know what I'm saying, of the child. I mean, of the child, of Yella Beezy. You know what I'm saying? So they would have been on his right because he was facing, the door that leads to the rooms. He was in the waiting room, but he was there with a young lady. I don't know if that was his baby mama. I can't tell you that that was his baby mama. I can't do that because then I would be lying. You know what I mean? I'd be lying if I said, yeah, he was there with his baby mama. And that wasn't his baby mama. And they see this video. They gonna see this video, bro. You know what I mean? So they gonna be like, nigga, this nigga, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't wanna be weird. Nigga, that wasn't I can't say that that was his baby mama, but if that was his baby mama and they gonna see this video, then shit, then that's just what it was. Um, but he was there with it was a lady there. They wasn't sitting right next to each other though, but they were. You could tell that they were together. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, let me say this: I don't know if they were together because Yella Beezy was sitting to herself, but she was like, it just seemed like they were kind of together. So if they wasn't together, that's my bad. But Yella Beezy was definitely there. All I know is he said. All I know is his baby mama been holding it down for him and still is 100. Hey, anybody want to come up here, man? Y'all more than welcome to sit up there, man, and come on here and pop your shit. Man. You ain't even got to put your face on here, but you can come up on here and pop your shit. Um, but yeah, shout out to his baby mama, bro. You know what I mean? Because what I've seen, she be going hard. On God, you know what I mean? She a boss for real. That's what I've seen. You know what I mean? Anytime I seen baby mama, bro, she was handling business. You know what I mean? And what I mean, really, she really became one of the goats. You know what I mean? In their hair game for sure, for sure. You know what I mean? Got the D on lock for real. You know what I mean? Like if I'm not mistaken, she was doing Jada's hair. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, bro. I want to say she was doing Jada's hair. You know what I mean? Little babies, uh, you know, baby mama and shit like that. You know what I mean? So she one of them ones. You gotta, you're gonna have to have some hands, you know what I mean, to be touching on, stars and shit like that, right? You gotta have to have some hands about yourself with that shit. So, what I mean, shout out to her, man, cause she popping it, uh, selling that hair, got it going on. You know what I'm talking about? So she, she on her boss shit. You dig? So it's cool to have, and it's good to to have somebody in your corner. You know what I mean? That's gonna pop it. And go hard. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that it's been very tough for Yella Beezy. He did get granted, um, you know, to be able to basically go to the studio and things like that. So it's been good for him. He's been able to kind of move around, and shit like that. But your money sometimes will slow down, you know, and things like that. I know his money kind of really, really slowed down with a whole lot of this shit going on. So, blessings to him and blessings to them pockets. You know what I mean? Shit, I'm sending nothing but, what I mean, blessings, man, to Yellow Beezy's pockets right now. You know what I mean? Because I know as he's been having to spend a lot of damn money, you know, and then I know like when you don't have a whole lot of money goddamn coming in, nigga, it's kind of hard to, get that shit back, bro. You know what I'm talking about? And this is the number one in them babies. Facts. In them babies. That's the main thing. What I mean? You got all that going on. And one thing, them kids ain't gonna understand none of that shit for real. You know what I mean? And they still, life still got a life. So yeah, bro, it's been tough. On top of the money he had to come up with to get to bond out. You know what I mean? To bond out, that took a lot, right? That took a lot. And then, goddamn, you got to pay the lawyers. But that's a lot. And then you still got to go through life, nigga. Mortgage ain't gonna stop. Where Yella Beezy lives, I will tell you this: you cannot just go to, you can't just pull up to Yella Beezy's house. No, you can't. Mm-mm. You're gonna have to sit up there, man, and stop and talk to security. Yes, you are. You know what I mean? Have I been to Yellow Beezy's house? Yes. You know what I mean? Have I been inside of his house? No. You know what I mean? How did I sit up there and be able to go to his house? Because I was sitting up there working as, for the USPS at one point in time, right? At one point in time, I was able to sit up there, you know what I mean, and work for USPS, and that's how I know, where what neighborhood, what I mean, he stayed in. Whenever you work for the post office, this is just shit that they'll sit up there, man, and say, what I mean, amongst coworkers and things like that. That's so and so's route, right? That. I don't know, just throwing this out there. Dez Bryant lives on that route. You know what I'm saying, or something like that. Or Ezekiel Elliott, man. He live on that route, right? And motherfucker be like, "Oh, for real? Oh yeah." And then you'll be done seen as male. You know what I'm saying? While putting it in or whatever the case might be. And not that you just looking to look for it, but I mean it comes up, right? And as you going and shit, you'll put it in there. You be like, "Oh man, this nigga house ain't even housing like that." You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's housing, but it's not housing like these other houses around this motherfucker is housing. You know what I mean? So, but Yellow Beezy definitely lives in. He has a nice home, and he definitely lives. You know what I mean, in a beautiful area, and you cannot just get to his damn house. So, bro is having, he is having some money now. Don't get this shit fucked up now. You know what I mean? Don't you do that. You cannot just pull up at his house though. You got to go through security. Yeah, you got to go through security. You know what I mean? You try to sit up there and go to his house without security, you know, yeah, brother. In that area, they gonna be on your ass. You know what I mean? She said she used to live across the street from Dez. Oh, that's what's up. See what I'm saying? That's what's up, man. Shout out to Dez Bryant out there in that motherfucking DeSoto. You dig. You dig. But yeah, man, when you out here in the D, seeing celebrities and things like that, especially ones out here in the D, it's like another thing, bro. That's just what it is. Hold on. Yes, they do not. On God. She said, yes, they do not play. Plenty clear people on the dead homies. Like, yes, bro. That's just what it is. They ain't playing. Not in that neighborhood. No, they not. Man, you know, it's a beautiful thing to know that too. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one of the reasons why. Shit, listen, man. I was out there in that ag. I know this shit is off topic, but I was out there in that Arlington. Arlington boy is a whoo lord, nigga. If you can stay in Arlington, bro, you a bad motherfucker, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you, nigga. It's just so much shit going on down there, my nigga. You just, oh my lord, I just can't. Um, but to move in a beautiful area such as like Yella Beezy would be in, bro, it's just such, what I'm saying, just it's just such peace. You know what I mean? Because they not going for none of that bullshit. You know what I mean? So you don't see none of that bullshit. You know what I mean? It's just a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? It's just a beautiful thing. So I used to stay there too. Yeah, on God. See what I'm saying? It's where it's at. I'm not gonna lie. Now I wish they had more food and what I mean, things like that. You know what I mean, especially nigga food. They tried to set up that man and bring some nigga food out here. That shit didn't do nothing, nigga, because you gotta be a nigga. You know what I mean? Don't want to go try it. So it ain't really do nothing. But they need more nigga food. I will say that. And they just need That's about the only thing, bro. Like I gotta go all the way to, but I'm not gonna say too much because I'm like I said, I don't want to reveal too much. Um, and she said, and it just wasn't as bad as it is now. I'll be honest. Nah, for real. Nah, for real. But man, shout out to Moni. Be sure to hit that subscribe button for sure, for sure. Yeah, I can't say too much. Y'all be sure to hit that subscribe button, man. Be sure to hit that like button as well, man. It was cool tapping in with y'all. I'll probably sit up there, man, and clip this video up. I will be back a little bit later, what I mean, for some other shit, and we'll do a real stream like we normally do. But I had to, what I mean, get this message out there. Bro ain't on no weird shit. He didn't sit up there, man, and sacrifice his mom. When I seen him the other day, he did not, what I mean, appreciate you, baby. He did not have no weird vibes about himself. You know what I mean? He didn't look like he just didn't have that, man. He looked like he was very much worried and like he was very much upset, pissed, like, you know what I mean? Like that's just what it was, you know what I mean? But shout out to bro, you know what I mean? Prayers to him, prayers for his mental, you know what I mean? Prayers to his family, man. That's it, bro. Prayers to his mom for sure. I'll see y'all, man. Marak, I'm out.